Hey everybody. So before we finish up with this chapter, I just wanted to really quickly discuss proteins and fats. Um, so with that said, we already know that carbohydrates are not the only substance that we can use for energy. We can also use proteins and fats for energy. There's a couple ways you can do it. The one we're going to discuss real quickly has to do with cellular respiration, right? So is cellular respiration the end all be all? No, there's other processes we can do as well, right? A big one that most of us are familiar with is ketosis. So ketosis is a process that takes fats and uses fats for energy. It's a different process than cellular respiration, right? Proteins can do the same thing. We can go through another process for proteins as well. That said, we're going to continue focusing on cellular respiration, all right? And we're going to talk about how is it possible for proteins to undergo cellular respiration, even though they're not sugars. Or fats, how do they undergo cellular respiration, even though they're not sugars? Well, briefly put, proteins, they go through a process of deamination. All right. So, again, because they have the amino groups that makes them amino acids, what they're going to do is they're going to break down the amino acids in a way that allows them to enter cellular respiration. So, yes, it is possible for proteins to be broken down via cellular respiration, but there's an initial step that has to happen first. Again, it's the, not something we're trying to do necessarily, but it's a body backup to make sure that you don't just pass out or die because you don't have enough glucose. Fats, again, you can go through ketosis. If you don't know about that, it's all good. But it's another process. I know it's big in dietary trends right now. But fats can also be broken down in cellular respiration. So in this case, the products of cellular respiration are going to be generated at the glycolysis level. So in other words, we can take glycerol and break it down, or we can take fats in the form of acetyl CoA, all right, via beta oxidation. All right, so there are ways that we can take proteins and turn them into a possible reactant for cellular respiration. We can use them. Same thing with fats. We can make fats usable for cellular respiration. So I just wanted to make sure you guys keep that in the back of your mind. It's not just glucose end all be all, right? We can break down other substances as well. Um, and we can also use other processes other than cellular respiration in the body. But we're not going to go into detail with that in this class. If you have any questions on this stuff, just please let me know and we can talk about that in more detail.